Salutations, fellow Space Cadets, Automatic here for Automatic Games. Thanks for joining me for this an update video, in which I'd like to discuss my recent call for voice actors. The response was overwhelming, and I am humbled by that, and I've got news as to the upcoming series. But before we get to that, I'd like you to join me aboard the Ballast 1, a keelback-class freighter, tantamount to a tractor-trailer in space. And as if to solidify that notion, we just delivered beer to Stout City here. In fact, we had 3 beer runs. Now, we're going to set course to this moon, B4CA, for the hell of it, just for some exploration in between gigs. And to that end, Ballast 1 to SC Control, flight plan logged, requesting permission to depart.
SC Control, Ballast 1, flight plan logged, cleared for departure, pad 3, brace.
Copy that.
SC Control, Ballast 1, traffic is controlled, clear. Have a pleasant journey.
And you, a fantastic day, SC Control. Now, lights. Let's get vertical.
Engines engaged.
Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
And finally, last but not least, a little thrust. And real slow like, it's good night, Stout City. Thanks for buying our beer. Anyhow, in terms of the voice acting, I want to give you one of 3 options to kind of get a sense of your level of interest. The first option is a no-brainer. It's you can still back out. I know it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago that I put up the last video pertaining to this subject, so I know in the interim something could have cropped up. I anticipate that some of you might have to back out. Be cool if no one did, but whatever. If you do have to, just let me know in the comments. And, okay, that's the authorities. No big deal. Yeah, we don't have contraband on board, but had they scanned us an hour and a half ago, much to my surprise, it would have been a different story. At any rate, I digress. The sexiest option, and also the second option, is interest in playing a cameo. And a cameo appears in 1 episode, and their scripts vary in length from half a page to 2 pages. So it's not too much of an obligation on the voice actor's part. It's kind of the light package. But the thing is, we've got a lot of these roles, so I'm hoping that some of you are kind of strapped for time, and we get a good turnout in the cameo category. Last of all, there is the supporting actors. The supporting actors are going to be recurring roles throughout the first season. And what I want to do with the scripts is get the whole thing out at once. That is to say, every line of dialogue they say in the entire first season, given to the actor up front. That way they can go it at their own pace, or they can record it all at once. And the scripts for supporting actors, they vary in range by a wide swath, anywhere from 3 to 9 pages. Nonetheless, there are several supporting actor roles available, and I'm hoping that some of you will find it in your hearts to want to do that. So there you have it, the 3 options, as it were, and I hope that you'll leave one of them in the comments. And again, the choices are non-commitment, cameo, or supporting actor. And I will get those scripts out probably within a week, at latest 2 weeks, but I would look for them more in the 7-day range. After all, I am well into the scripts as it stands. So I hope to hear from you, and thanks for watching. Now, if the only reason you're watching is to get an update on the voice acting, you could probably jettison now. Otherwise, I feel compelled to get to my destination. I can't just shut it down. So yeah, I'm going to keep going. My goal initially, in between jobs, I like to do a little exploration. And I like to check out moons. I don't know why. Some people like asteroid belts. I like moons. And so I go to these things and just pick up minerals. It's never a big haul or anything. Just kind of something to do, a little exploring in between hauling beer. And speaking of hauling alcohol, so we came to this system. This is HIP 5700. One of the hippest systems out there, although it seems there are thousands of hip systems. But we got here with 2 shipments of beer and 1 shipment of liquor. And the first beer drop went off without a hitch, as is expected. But then I approach a quite large space station here in HIP 5700, and I come to find out that the liquor is considered contraband there. A fact that I desperately wish my employer had told me up front. So suddenly, I'm a smuggler, not just a trucker. I pride myself on being a space trucker, but now I'm a smuggler. But I decided to do silent running. Turn off a bunch of subsystems, get at range and line up with the docking bay, and then shut all the exhaust doors, hatches, what have you. And the result is your signature cools down, but the interior of your ship heats up substantially. And I had never tried this. I had read that it doesn't always work. I've also read that it doesn't often work, but I've also read that it works. So I decided to give it a go. And in I went, and as I was approaching, I think when I was silent running, might be mistaken about this, but I think when I contacted Tower. What is this, an airport? I contacted Control, and they gave me clearance to land. And we did take a little bit of damage when we sat down on the pad. That was interior damage due to the heat. Not much at all. And yeah, they never scanned us. Okay, we're entering orbital flight here.
Orbital flight engaged.
And I tend to go at this inverted. Don't ask me why. I'd do the same thing if I were in command of a passenger liner, which would be cool. I'd much rather be flying a beluga. In fact, that's a bumper sticker I want on the back of this keelback. I'd rather be flying a beluga. And for those of you not familiar, the beluga it's a passenger liner. Wow, those almost look like rivers down below. But I'm confident that they are not. That would be a first. For me anyways, maybe for everyone. I'm guessing that the rock is just blue down there. Okay, now that we've exited orbital cruise, we've entered glide, and let's right this bird. So yeah, when I purchased Elite Dangerous, I had these illusions of being just that, like a big passenger line pilot, or even better, some kind of flag officer in one of the great space navies. And clearly, something went wrong. Because I'm a space trucker who goes and just drives around on the surface of moons, in between gigs. I'm horrible at combat. I'm not even that good at running away. I just don't like to be confronted in this game, not with force. I'm just not cut out for any of the great navies. I'll never be in command of my own cutter. I shouldn't say never, but it's doubtful. And I guess none of us can be in command of those Majestic class ships. Now, although I am not an officer in any of the great navies, I am a loyal citizen of the Empire. My matron, as it were, is Aisling Duval. It's her little slice of the Empire that I like best. And so, yeah, I set course to Cubeo, basically where she resides. When I'm not trucking, I'm a stalking. And yeah, did all the loyalty pledges and can hardly speak. I just get so worked up when thinking of Aisling Duval. See, I can't even say her name. It's the blue hair. That's what does it for me. And she may not be the top official in the Empire, but I like her ideology. She's an abolitionist, and while my character's not a fanatic, he doesn't like any form of contraband. Well, he doesn't think it should be classified as contraband, is really how I should put it. And why? Well, because of incidents not too long ago, where he shows up at a space station and realizes, oh, this is contraband. I'm a smuggler, and the authorities here are with the Empire. So I'd be ticking off the people that I've sworn loyalty to. Just a bad situation, but I'm glad it panned out. Frankly, I've delivered liver before. No, I've delivered liquor before, and never seen it as contraband. I've also delighted loiterers, or I've delacquered lacquers. I've even deleopard lepers, which is kind of a miracle, no big deal. Yeah, so my home system is called Cubeo, or Cubeo. I've heard it pronounced both ways. It's lovely this time of year. And the central space station there, just outside it, is a military dock. It's got two of these Majestic class uh, battleships, for lack of a better word. What are they? Interceptors? No. Interjectors? Interlopers? Ah, who cares? They're big ships. I'm just a trucker. I don't know. Well, what, you want the entire lore from me? I don't know this stuff. I just know they're Majestic class. Because boy, are they. And, yeah, just sailing past these things is kind of cool. I guess you don't want to sail too close. They get kind of ticked off about that. Pew, pew, pew! But from a distance, uh, they look pretty damn cool. Kind of comforting, seeing, flagships like that dot near the place you consider home. I guess it really should be little solace, though. I mean, what with the Thargoids and all that, I've only seen YouTube videos involving the Thargoid activity that's recently befell Elite Dangerous, but I guess as a result, some of those Majestic class ships, some of those flagships, have been found in impromptu ship graveyards. So that's bad news. But you'll have that. Anyways, I'm going to get in that SRV, but I'm going to cut out that footage. You don't need to see me sporting around this barren landscape. And, I don't know. The last time I landed on the moon, I found a ship. And, belonged to another player, but he was nowhere to be seen. I didn't tamper with it, I just left. But yeah, just looking for something interesting. Doubt I'll find it. Anyways,
Scan detected.
what the hell? Who's scanning me? Carrying anything nice? No, actually, I'm not carrying anything, pal. A wasted effort. Well, good deal. Those raiders are not even interested in this lowly trucker. Anyways, this is Automatic for Automatic Games. I appreciate you watching. If you like this, and if you are subscribed, I will talk to you soon, friends.